Tremorz interview.
I first got into music when I think it was maybe, well, even as a little kid, my parents always played music in the house. Yeah. They weren't musicians or anything, but they just really loved music, and I had distant relatives that were musicians and stuff, so it was always there. And then when I was about 7 or 8, they sent me to classical piano lessons.
Okay. Yeah.
So I did that for a couple of years, didn't like it, I stopped. And then when I was 12, my dad took me to a Kiss concert.
Okay.
Yeah, he took me to a Kiss concert, and that was it. It was like, I saw Ace Frehley, the lead guitarist, and I was like, I want to do whatever that guy's doing in his life.
It was cool.
That's what I want to do, yeah. And it just went sick obsession for like, I don't know, it was months. Because between the concert when I got my guitar, it was like 6 months.
Okay.
So I actually didn't have a guitar, but I was just obsessed with Kiss.
Just air guitar all the time.
And yeah, and I had a toy guitar from like Kmart that I was like learning songs on, and it was just sick obsession. And then my parents got. I think that's when there was a few mates and some high school guys, and we started going. We used to
started going hard.
Yeah, even high school we'd get together at lunchtime and just jam at the school music rooms and stuff.
Did you guys like make your own stuff, or did you like? Play
well, that's one thing we should have done more of that, but we didn't do much writing and stuff. It was all just cover bands. We just loved playing like Guns N' Roses songs and Chili Pepper songs and
reimagine the moment. And
exactly right. Yeah, and then we did like a couple parties and stuff. And the guys that I hung out were mates with and stuff at the start were we were all more into. Although we all wanted to be sort of rock stars and stuff, we were really into our instruments. Like we were more like really into
love the sound.
Really want to be high level players. You know what I mean? Like one of our mates, he's a drummer. He was playing with us. He was like a freak. They're just really into playing drums.
I don't know how to get.
Yeah, I was
coordination.
I was really into playing guitar. My cousin was we're just really into our instruments. So when it came to putting the band together and playing, we just wanted to play songs really well and just solo over them and go nuts. But instead of actually writing songs and coming up with logos and we didn't really do much of that. It was more be the best we could at our instruments.
Is there like one song you were so happy you nailed? Like when you mastered that song?
In terms of me personally, or
me
personally, when I was, I think about 16 or 17, I remember I was like 4 weeks or 5 weeks learning Eruption by Van Halen, which is like it's not even a song, it's a track at the start of one of his albums, and it's just him soloing for like a minute, right? And it's just like this crazy thing. It's like a landmark moment in electric guitar. Milestone of electric guitar. So when I first heard that, I was like, what the hell is he doing? And I was trying to work it all out, and then I didn't get it down 100%, but I sort of got down sort of the main tapping parts and things, and I was just like, when I learnt that, I was like, alright, maybe I can actually half play this instrument. Man, I spent most of my practicing in my teenage years was spent in front of a mirror. How do I play, but how am I looking?
When I'm playing it, Hey, I wanted to make this your career.
Yeah.
Did you think of was it like being part of a band and like making content or like songs, or was it like now what do you do? You do a bit more. You do teaching.
Yeah, that's always actually, even till today, it's always been a conflicting thing. Yeah. It's like and I think it's a lot of musicians are in this boat. It's like, okay, well, you got this ability, this skill, whatever, but where's your home? What are you? Where are you finding yourself? And the thing is, a lot of people that do find a home, in terms of like they become either an artist or they become a session. Some people just they didn't think about it and they just ended up there, and that's circumstantial, exactly. However, with me, I sort of went. I wanted to be, I want to be the rock star in a band, but then I sort of found an okay living, teaching and doing cover gigs and that type of thing, and I thought, oh well, this is okay. And then I never really, everyone just wants to be a rock star at the start. A lot of people say, I just want to be good at music, and everyone's different, but from my experience and from a lot of people I've spoken to, everyone just does it. We just want to be a rock star. We just want to be on stage, and we just want to have a million screaming fans. I always, you still always want that dream. You still always try, and you try different things, and I've done a million different things. I've DJed and produced music and stuff, and trying to make it, all the time and doing different things. But yeah, it's just sort of what I'm doing now. It's sort of I more fell into. you know, the teaching and the So Blashko I've always been playing with for you know, aside from music, very close friends. So he started putting out. He's always put out songs here and there on SoundCloud and that, but he started properly the original project as it's known now. He probably started it actually towards the end of the Oakland thing. Okay. So Oakland was rolling and doing everything, and Blashko sort of put out his first proper EP that went really well. I think towards the end. I think around 2006.
Like when you were, so then he brought you on guitarist, and you were like, like Margaret Court was that? That's the
opening for that was opening for A.K.A. So that was good. Yeah, that was good. That was a great show. That was everything about it. Like the show went well, but the backstage was fun. They looked after us, and we weren't expecting a crowd. When you're opening, you don't expect much, but we were backstage getting ready, and I get a phone call, and I think it was my brother, and they're like, "Man, the line to get in is pretty big. Like, I think you guys might actually have a bit of a crowd." And we're like, oh, "Okay." So when we got out there, it wasn't packed, but it was at least a couple of thousand people at least. Instagrams went really well then. The numbers were rolling. We got back and I was like, "Oh, new followers."
When you were doing Oakland Modes, that was like, did you release stuff with record labels, or was it?
We released the first track for free.
Okay.
We released the first track just to download, and then it got picked up by a big blog called Selected, which is like a big sort of YouTube blog, and they put it out. They shared it on their blog, and then the numbers started rolling, and then we got contacted by a label in London, and they said, "Oh, we want to sign the track and put it on our compilation," and etc. And then we did this remix, which ended up on a label as well. Yeah. Again, same thing, free, went viral, very mildly viral. Yeah. And then that got put on
seasonal flu.
Yeah, and then there were mild symptoms there, and then it got put on a label. And then the third, fourth, fifth tracks they were signed properly. Like the label came to us first, and we showed them some demos, and then
I feel like the term viral now is going to be like a taboo.
It's going to be like a
viral. Cannot use this word.
Hand sanitizer. Every time you say it, you're going to have to hand sanitize yourself.
Yeah. And so that was like your first big interaction with like the industry in terms of like
on that side of it, on the original side, like record labels and management and agents, and that was the first time I really sort of got a sense of what was going on.
So like you were saying, like before it's like it's a big mess when you look at it, you just don't know what's going on.
Exactly. And then you get into it a bit more, and then you see the way people operate and what's going on behind the scenes. It's more like what they're thinking as well. Yeah. It's like a lot of agents and managers, they think a bit different. Which is a good thing.
So what are they thinking?
They're just always very, like, musicians come in. I'm not saying musicians don't have this mentality as well, but a lot of green musicians that are early on, they're not thinking that, a lot of managers really think 3 years ahead, 4 years ahead, and try and stick to plans. Where a lot of creatives, they don't know what they're doing tomorrow. You know what I mean? It's like, "Oh, no, I'm just making music, man," and it's like, "We're gonna put it out, then we're gonna do this, they're going like this." And a lot of managers, or the job, it's really the job of the manager anyway, is to go, "Well, no, let's have this is our plan. We're gonna do campaigns. We're gonna, social media, that type of, how we're gonna approach it." And not just managers, but I've seen even some artists that do very well. They approach it more methodically. Yeah. He's supposed to, methodically create followers. How is that supposed to
strategy to
strategize growing followers, and you just put out stuff and hopefully, But they work a lot more.
So it's all about marketing stuff as well.
And then they managers and agents and stuff. They stick their neck out too. A lot of people don't realise that they stick their neck. Trying to book venues and before any ticket sales happening, they're spending time booking things and trying to make things happen, and it's like, you don't know, they're rolling the dice every time. So you don't realise that risk at the start. You don't realise that.
Well, for someone who is going to like start out in that industry, is there like anything you would let them know? Like, how would they go about discovering that industry? Like, would they just do like
as
you?
in original, like working with art managers and
Yeah,
agents, that type of thing. Yeah, I think.
Put out free content. Is that
Yeah,
the best
I
way
mean,
to do
yeah.
it?
There's just, you know, there's some people have that whole sort of Gary V mentality, which is just go nuts, just friggin' just explode and go do as much as you can, and then it all will work anyway.
Yeah.
I mean, that's probably in this day and age, it's probably becoming more true because it's easier to do that.
Yeah.
You know, documenting the whole process. You know, because at the end of the day, it's story. Mm-hmm. You know, you always see this word. What's your story? And it's probably true that if you've got that where you've contented and documented every single move you've made all the way, maybe that's.
Yeah. Well, I suppose it makes you relatable. Like people like get to know you. They know you're not like that picture of yourself that they can talk to you. Yeah. Shared moments, I suppose, and that's.
I mean, maybe that's a key. But then there's always the mysterious thing that's big as well. You know, like the Marshmallow. Who's Marshmallow? Yeah. Well, when Zoo came out with Faded, no one knew it was the black. His shows were with a white screen and stuff in front of him. So I think look at the scene as well. We were doing dance music, and DJing and house, and that with that world, things can spread pretty quick because DJs are playing your music, your songs. If you have a club track that gets absolutely flogged in the clubs, that's it. Mm-hmm. If you're done. Things will happen a lot more easier. So whether that's free or not, you know, I mean, for the dance music, house music thing, just finish tracks, get them out.
Yeah.
That's another thing too. That's what I would say. Put the tracks out. Find blogs that will share your music. Okay. Like those sharing blog sites on YouTube and that type of thing. They're good. Yeah. And if you can't get the big ones with like 1 million followers, find a blog that's got like 10,000 followers or 20,000. You know what I mean? That type of thing. Message them and say, can you put my tracks out? And a lot of them will do it. You'll be surprised if it's a good enough track. Yeah. That's a good gauge on whether your tracks are good enough as well. If people are not getting back to you, not responding, telling you, or going, oh man, maybe later or something, maybe it's like, maybe the track's not good enough.
Yeah. You know? So Oakland Modes was like very European influenced style. Yeah. Like
housey, UK house.
Like how did that come about? Like is what you listen to?
Yeah, I mean, going clubbing and stuff. I was always into a lot of the EDM stuff. Mm-hmm. Even before EDM, I was into more of the classic house type sound. And then the EDM thing came, and I didn't really hate it that much. A lot of people were like, this EDM thing's shit, Avicii shit. But I didn't mind it. I thought Avicii was cool. I really like Zed. Yeah. I liked Zed's productions and stuff. But then after that, there was that wave of the UK stuff with Disclosure, Duke Dumont. That came out, and I was just like, okay, I really like this stuff. You know, I really like the way they took from the old style, but then they had that modern sort of production, and really, really good vocals on their tunes. Like Latch, obviously Sam Smith. That helped launch his career, that track. Yeah. When I got together with my mate Vedran, we both at the same time were talking about that style that was coming out. Like, man, how good's that new Disclosure track? And then we're like, oh, maybe we should make some tunes. And we were just, at the start, it was just exactly, we knew it was exactly the same. Yeah. We had exactly the same focus on what we wanted.
How does that creative process go? Because like there's two, so like when there's one person, I suppose it's relatively easy, but when there's two,
it gets hard. It got very hard towards the end as well, you know. But at the start it was alright. But it's just, you've always got to have someone doing, you know, the working type thing, and someone else, you know, with the ideas. You know, as long as you bounce off each other that way. Like sometimes Vedran would come to me with a little idea he put together on Ableton. And then he'd be like, what do you think of this, you know, this little idea here? It'll be like a little 30-second snippet. Yeah. And then I would go, okay, sweet. And then I'd put it on my computer, and at my studio I had, you know, the proper monitors and everything. So we'd spend a couple of hours at my house laying it all out. And then Vedran would go away, and then I'd do the little extra little tweaks, little things, and then we'd come back, and it was just more. It's more of you just got to find a thing where if you guys have a same idea of where it's going to be, what you want the track to be, it's okay.
Yeah.
It's just if you guys start having different ideas of where you want what the track is going to be, like I want it played by these guys, I want it in this world, I want it on that label, and you're thinking a different one.
Okay. Yeah.
What helps is in a duo situation is if you find that that's happening a little bit, then you guys have to do some stuff yourselves, like do your own tracks a little bit, and then show each other.
Yeah.
Yeah, you have agreements, and it's in terms of sounds and picking the right ones and what sounds not to use, and that's all what's gonna dictate that is what is the group,
the identity. Yeah.
What's the identity of the group? Yeah. What are we? What umbrella can we put ourselves under? A lot of people like to say, well, I don't like to put myself under an umbrella. Yeah. It's like, well, if you can't do that for yourself, then it's going to be hard for other people to do that for you, and then how are you going to market? It's like, why are you doing this for then?
Yeah. Then you get all those genres though. The very mixed genres.
Subgenres and
subgenres.
Again, they're marketing tools.
Yeah.
They're marketing tools, and it's not a bad thing.
Yeah.
It's like I'm deep electro house, or something, and it's if that's getting you out there, like you said, in a saturated market.
Yeah.
If that's getting you through, and people are calling you the deep house guy or whatever, and then you can, it's good. It's better to be here than down here with everyone else killing each other for attention. If you're up there getting all the attention, and people saying that's because you're the deep house guy.
What's like your favorite song that came out of Oakland Modes?
Probably the one that I think we did the best. Our best track was probably the second track we put out, the remix. It was just produced well, and we did it start to finish really well, and we got it mixed properly by a good friend of ours, and I think we just did it the right way. Yeah. Even the first one was good as well.
Yeah.
But I think the second one was like, I was very, I had very little doubts about it doing,
Yeah, if it had gone wrong, you'd be like, what is going on?
Yeah, all the tracks you put out, you're like, I don't know, you have your doubts. But that one, I was like, I know this is going to do, I was like, yeah, this is going to be sweet. This one's going to do well, no stress,
That's a good feeling to have.
Yeah. So if you wanna be an original artist, like I mentioned before.
That term's an original artist.
Original artist means a recording artist.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Or, alright, let's say the music industry. You just want to get in the music industry. First thing, get good at your craft, right? Get good at your craft, that's fine. Once you start getting on a roll, like I said, you want to get out in the industry, you want to make some money, or you want to make a living for yourself, it's best to just get out there, experience everything. See what it's like, playing cover bands or teaching, or experience as much as you can. Just get the experience down, but eventually get to a point where you want to find a home. You know what I mean? Find a place that works for you, and you're gonna make a decision more easier if you've experienced it. Don't get lost. Experience it all. Don't get lost in it all. You see people who spread too thin, doing 1,000,001 different things. Okay, so my Instagram is Matty Fads, so you can find me on Instagram there. And I also play guitar for a singer called Blushcore, and he's got a really cool single coming out called A.K.A, so listen out for that one.